welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, we're talking about how you can motivate yourself, because sometimes it's just hard to stay motivated with all the things that come up in life. So I have some tips that I'm going to share with you guys about how you can stay motivated in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So if you're interested in that, make sure you keep it right here on this YouTube channel. And also, since you're already here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into today's video. Today's video, I'm talking about motivate yourself. I wrote a blog post for this on my Keep Winning Queen Instagram page, and there's a link in the bio if you want to go check out the blog. But I also thought it was important enough to do a video about this blog, because I have 6 tips on how you can keep motivating yourself on a daily basis. These 6 tips are things that I've tried, things that I know people close to me have tried to keep yourself motivated. So I'm going to keep looking down on this video because I have my laptop and I'm looking at the blog. It's going to be posted by the time this video is uploaded. So the first sentence in the blog is, girl, you got to motivate yourself. This is so true, because if you don't motivate yourself, who else is going to motivate you? You are an adult. There's no one responsible for you but you. Your mom and dad don't live with you, your grandma, or whoever you lived with when you were younger. They're not going to wake you up every day and say, hey, today's a new day for you. Go ahead and start towards this goal. Or, hey, you got to get up and go do this. Go talk to the bank so you can open your new business. This is a personal, individual thing that you have to do by yourself every day. So I'm going to go down the list, and I'm going to go down the tips, and I'm going to kind of give a little explanation for all 6. So the first one is start each day fresh. Basically what that means is forget about the failures, the epic drama, or the negativity that happened yesterday, the day before, last week, last month, last year. You wake up every day and say, this is a new day, and I'm going to continue to push forward towards my goal. It's going to be hard because the failures of the past might make it a little bit more difficult, or might get you not as excited or as motivated, but you have to push those thoughts to the side, because if you keep going, eventually you will get to your goal, or you might even do better than what you thought you'll be able to do, because every failure is a step forward. Every failure is a lesson that you needed to move forward. So that was number 1, start each day fresh. Number 2 is, it's okay if it's not perfect. Y'all, no one in this world, nothing in this world is perfect. You're not perfect. No one you will ever meet is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Oprah Winfrey's not perfect. And if she's not perfect, and she does all this good, and she has all this money, we're not perfect. So let that not be your go-to. There's nothing you can do that will make a situation perfect. You can only do the best that you can do, which is the only outcome that you can make. So what I wrote for this one, number 2, was, imperfection is beautiful. Remember, nothing in life is ever perfect. The blemishes are what makes life worthwhile. Basically, your failures and the disappointments that you might have had in the past, they were lessons to where you're going. They were not roadblocks, meaning you can't get past it. They were, okay, I did it this way, so I have to keep going. You have to fail to eventually succeed. It's just a point of life. You have to hit. Nothing's just going to be smooth sailing. Nothing worth having is going to be that easy. So remember, nothing is perfect, and don't let that stop you. Know that nothing's perfect. Use that to motivate yourself to keep going. So now, number 3, don't push it off until tomorrow. Do it today. Now, sometimes I do this all the time. Sometimes you'll have a plan or a to-do list, and you'll say, I need to knock this, and out. And something bad might happen. You might have a bad business meeting, or someone might tell you something that might just mess up your day. But still try to achieve as much as you were supposed to do that day, because you pushing it off to tomorrow will prolong you getting to your goal. If you aren't doing little by little every day, it's gonna take you longer to get to where you're trying to be. So something as small as, I'm not gonna go to the gym today. Eventually, tomorrow you might say, well, I didn't go yesterday, I'm just not gonna go today either. I'll just go on Friday and Saturday. And then eventually it'll be a week later and you'll be like, wow, I haven't been to the gym in a week. It's easier to quit when you keep pushing things off. So when you feel the need like, oh, I'm going to do this tomorrow, no, do it right now. Because right now, in the present, is the best time to get anything done. And then if you do it right now, tomorrow when you come to work, or when you go after your goal, or you go to school, whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to be like, oh, I already got that done. That saves me time. I could go on and move to this next step. So you'll be ahead of yourself. So don't leave things or push things off until the next day. That's just a trap that will never get you to where you're trying to go. And then number 4, which I do this a lot, is make yourself a to-do list. To motivate yourself, it's better to see things crossed out or checked off or whatever, erased, however you do it. It will motivate you and be like, okay, I got this done. Now let me hit number 2. Oh, I got number 2 done. Let me go to number 3. That's a way to keep yourself motivated throughout the day. I would start my day with like 10 things off my to-do list. If I even get to 6 of them, I feel so accomplished because I can look and see my progress. I can look and see the things that I've done. And then for me, the feeling of just crossing out that I did something makes me motivated to even do more and to keep going. So make a to-do list in whatever form you do it. I like to write mine down. Some people do it on their phone. Some people talk into their phone and they'll automatically, write it out for them. Some people erase once they get something done. Some people cross it out. Some people highlight. However you do it, I promise you, the way you're going to feel every time you get to take something off the list is going to be empowering and make you want to keep going. So it's going to motivate you to keep going. Okay, so number 5. This one is very important. It kind of ties back to nothing is perfect. Number 5 is be realistic. You have to first know yourself, know your strengths, know your flaws, and be realistic to what it is you're trying to do. For instance, if you don't work out at all, and you're starting this, like you said, this Monday, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to work out 5 days a week. That's not being realistic, because you're going from not doing something at all to telling yourself that you're going to do it every day that week except for the weekend. That's not a realistic goal. So therefore, when you fail that goal or you don't meet that goal, it's going to make you kind of back up from the goal. It's going to make you feel like, I couldn't even do 5 days. But you have to start little. You have to be realistic with yourself. You have to know, hey, I have not worked out in months. I'm at least going to do 3 days out the week this week. Then next week I might do 4 days out the week. Then the following week I might do 5 days out the week. You have to be realistic, because when you put too much on yourself and you fail, that will take that motivation, that excitement away from whatever it is you're trying to do. So that is very important. Remember, at the end of the day, that you are human and you can only do what you can do. And if you cannot do something, it does not mean that you are a failure. It just means that you need more practice and you need to look at a different way to do it. If you can't do 5 days at the gym for the first week, that's fine. 3 days is an accomplishment. 2 days is an accomplishment. Do what fits you, your personality, your skills, your physical, physical ability. You do what fits you and be realistic. And once you're realistic about what you can do and how you can move forward quicker, or how you can lay out what you need to do for this week to reach your final goal, it's going to be so much smoother. Now, the last tip that I have to keep yourself motivated is celebrate the small accomplishments. Celebrate the small accomplishments. You don't have to wait until you get to the goal that you're trying to reach to celebrate. For instance, if you're trying to lose, I keep using weight and working out because that's something that I'm really working on myself. But if you're trying to lose 50 pounds. You know it's not going to happen overnight. You know it's going to take months of hard work. You're going to have to change your lifestyle. So if you're trying to lose 50 pounds and in the last 3 weeks you lost 10 pounds, celebrate the fact that you lost 10 pounds. It might not be the 50, but you're working your way up to the 50. So celebrate the fact that, okay, now I only have to lose 40 pounds. It's all about the way you look at it. So along the way to whatever your goal is, if it's weight loss, if it's moving to a different state, if it's starting a business, whatever your goal is, every time you hit an accomplishment, even as small as it can be, go ahead and be proud of yourself. Go ahead and allow yourself to be happy in the fact that you are moving towards that goal. So for instance, if you want to open a business and you have it all planned out, you want to do a boutique and you want to sell clothes and shoes and handbags, the fact that you already have the business idea in your mind, that's an accomplishment. Then the next step will be figuring out, doing research, figuring out what steps you need to do to make this a reality. Giving yourself a time limit, giving yourself a deadline. I need to get this done at this time and this time. That's an accomplishment because you took the idea, you put some action behind it, and now you have a laid out plan of what needs to be done to accomplish it. Don't just wait until the actual moment to happen for you to be feeling like you are accomplishing anything, because what ends up happening is you keep working for something, you keep working for it, you keep going for it, and you're not seeing it happen yet, and it's going to discourage you. It's going to make you feel like, oh, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to be 50 pounds lighter. I'm never going to open this store. I'm never going to move out of this town. I'm never. That's what's going to start happening. But along the way, if you accomplish something, if you give yourself credit, if you celebrate the small accomplishments, it's going to give you the power, the motivation for you to keep going towards that goal. So make sure you celebrate on the way to your final destination. Celebrate all the roadblocks, celebrate overcoming them, celebrate just the fact that you are on this path towards your goal. So y'all, those were the 6 tips to keep yourself motivated. And like I said, all this is going to be on my blog with a little bit more explanation. It's going to be on my blog, and I'm going to put the link down below in the description bar. So make sure you go in there and you read it. And you go to my Instagram page and find all that information. So let me know what you guys thought about these 6 tips. I've been working on this for about 2 weeks because I've been feeling like I need to stay motivated. I need to figure out ways to make myself keep going. And what I did was I wrote all these and I have it by my bed, so every once in a while I can look over and I can read it and I can be like, when I wake up tomorrow, it's a brand new day. No matter how terrible today ended, tomorrow will be a brand new day and I can continue to go after my goals. Or I look at it and I'm like, oh, I got to do a to-do list so I can knock these things out today. And by the end of the day, I'll feel so happy and I'll be so empowered to keep going towards my goals. So whatever you need to do to motivate yourself, go ahead and do it. I think these are 6 tips that I think will help you, that I think will continue to push you towards what it is that you're trying to do. And let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of these 6 tips. If there's more tips that you guys recommend that I try or that other people can try, make sure you put it on there so we can start a conversation and other people can see and share. And just let me know what you guys think. I'm planning to do more of these videos that are more about bettering ourselves, being more positive. So you guys make sure you keep it right here on my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, if you're not part of my YouTube family, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Bye.